Justice Amy Coney Barrett, a conservative's unexpected crossroads. The appointment of Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court in October 2020 solidified a 6-3 conservative majority, a pivotal moment shaping the nation's legal landscape. Her subsequent votes, particularly her role in overturning Roe v. Wade in 2022, cemented her image as a staunch conservative voice on the bench. An analysis by Empirical SCOTUS reveals a striking statistic. In 2023, Justice Barrett aligned with Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito, the court's most conservative members, over 80% of the time. This consistent voting pattern strongly suggests a deeply conservative judicial philosophy. However, recent events have sparked a firestorm of controversy, fracturing the image of a unified conservative bloc on the Supreme Court. Justice Barrett's decision to reject Donald Trump's attempt to freeze nearly $2 billion in foreign aid has ignited a furious backlash from within the right-wing sphere, leading to an unexpected and highly publicized rift. The criticism is not subtle. Prominent right-wing figures, influencers, and commentators have unleashed a wave of condemnation, branding Justice Barrett with a surprisingly jarring label: DEI judge, a term laden with the pejorative connotations of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives that many Republicans actively oppose. The vitriol is intense and personal. Mike Cernovich, a well-known right-wing influencer and conspiracy theorist, took to X, formerly Twitter, to express his outrage, labeling Justice Barrett evil and alleging her appointment was solely driven by identity politics considerations. He went so far as to claim she was a DEI hire, insinuating her selection was based on fulfilling diversity quotas rather than merit. He ominously concluded that such appointments always end badly. Fox News host Mark Levin echoed this sentiment, asserting in an online post that Justice Barrett had deceived people into thinking she was a reliable constitutionalist, further accusing her of succumbing to the corrupting influence of power. He lamented a perceived pattern of such disappointments in recent decades. The attacks intensified with Laura Loomer, a prominent right-wing activist and frequent Trump campaign companion, who escalated the rhetoric to a shocking level. She posted a picture of Justice Barrett's family, including her 2 adopted black children, alongside the inflammatory statement, "Amy Coney Barrett was a DEI appointee." This blatant attempt to link her adoption of black children to accusations of lacking conservative credentials highlighted the deeply personal and ethically questionable nature of the attacks. Jack Posobiec, a popular MAGA figure with a significant social media following exceeding 3 million on X, joined the chorus, simply labeling Justice Barrett a DEI judge, amplifying the narrative within the conservative movement. Even Mike Davis, a key figure in the confirmation processes of Justices Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh, added his voice to the criticism during an appearance on Steve Bannon's podcast. The significance of this backlash extends far beyond the specific ruling on foreign aid. It reveals underlying tensions within the conservative movement, exposing fissures and disagreements over the true meaning of conservative judicial philosophy. It raises critical questions. Is adherence to a strictly conservative ideology the sole criterion for judicial appointment? Does dissenting from the party line automatically disqualify a judge as a true conservative? And most alarmingly, what are the ethical boundaries of public criticism, particularly when personal attacks and family details are used to undermine a judge's legitimacy? Before this controversial vote on foreign aid, Justice Barrett had demonstrated instances of judicial independence. She sided with liberal justices to deny Trump's request for a delay in his New York hush money case sentencing, and she joined a dissent against a conservative-led decision weakening sewage discharge regulations. These seemingly contradictory actions underscore the complexity of her judicial record and the limitations of categorizing her simply as a monolithic conservative figure. The attacks against Justice Barrett are not merely partisan squabbles. They are a manifestation of deeper anxieties and ideological struggles within the conservative movement itself. They question the very nature of judicial independence and the appropriate standards for evaluating judicial performance. The fierce criticism directed at Justice Barrett highlights a critical moment of introspection for conservatives, forcing a reevaluation of their core principles and the implications of their judicial appointments. The implications of this conflict extend far beyond the individual judge, impacting the broader public perception of the Supreme Court and the future direction of American jurisprudence. The controversy surrounding Justice Barrett serves as a stark reminder of the ongoing battles shaping the legal and political landscape of the United States.